that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that?
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Antonio Marshals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, 30 base. 53. Cover, ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Tate. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Tate. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Hauling it in, Nelson. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
On second down now, it's Tate. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
He's coming.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. A little juke. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Nix firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go.
Head up.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
General West.
Kill.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Tate. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. 2nd and 6. That ball complete to Isabella. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Tate. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
53 is the mark. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check.
Greystone travel. Go.
On third down. Boom. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Dances by him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Three down. Watch one.
Throwing again. Nix. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Go.
4 down. Even. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
80 weapon.
Check.
Now.
Back to throw. Nix. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Down. 50, plant.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a third one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Hey, let's go. Check 49, check 49.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Let's go.
To throw from his end zone, Nix. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Undercross, 61, matchbox, light. 5.
2nd and 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
He's playing for wins.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Nix. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Smooth. Now.
To throw on 3rd down. Nix. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Hines. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
To throw on 2nd down, Nix. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, exit. Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll set up a throw. This is the tight end Fant. Touchdown, Cardinals. Noah Fant with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Nix. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And some room to work.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
I got you. I got you. 58's the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Deep rip, deep rip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Buzz, buzz. Ready?
A final shot before break. Nix airing it deep for Fowler. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Come on, boys, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is.
And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Nix. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
Hey, lock it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
They're going to look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it. On the double.
58 to Mike. Check.
They'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and
that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there, and even 60 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Hey,
81, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Nix. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Get that quarterback! And hurry, hurry! Ready!
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, dude!
Check. Crunch.
Dude!
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on 1st down. Nix, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Nix. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. 5.
Operating from the gun. Nix. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Caught by Nelson. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
10-2 stop. Protein spill. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Nix looking for Campbell downfield. And unable unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hey, Haywood.
Check three.
Hit it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I think you got it, son.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, torn back across his body. Picked off near the 26, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Lane. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That ball complete to Isabella. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw. Nix. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
On the double.
Ready? Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down.
Now.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You got it. You got it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.